So next, rapid fire, boots or trail runners?
Ooh, definitely trail runners. I, I say that. I did feel by the end, I'll be honest, I don't feel like I still figured out what are the perfect shoes for me. But in terms of boots, I've just had, so much trouble over the years. And some of it is from, going out on day hikes that you're not really breaking in shoes. But I don't know, boots just tend to destroy my feet in terms of um, blisters and rubbing and things like that. And so I knew going in that I was only going to do the trail runners. And the first pair of shoes I had, I really liked. They were a pair of like pretty minimalist Merrells, just like lightweight trail runners. But I kind of knew like they weren't going to be rugged enough for the Sierra. So I think they were good for the first like 700 miles, which is what I had. And that's honestly really long time for um, a pair of shoes. I had, and yeah, after that, I've, kind of gone back and forth whether, I guess for people who are new, definitely zero drop shoes are a big thing. I think that's kind of was a big thing in the running community that because of hikers adopting trail running shoes came into the hiking community. And from both my own experiences and having arch pain and things like that, and talking to other hikers, I'm still not sure whether those type of shoes are good for a lot of people. And I think it's hard because some of it, I think, is the transition time. It's like this whole concept of shoes that would probably be really good for a lot of people if we were raised wearing them, but most people are raised on really structured shoes, and a lot of like support and cushion and things like that. So trying to, even me, like I knew that I wanted to try zero drop shoes and gave myself like a period to break them in before trail and still had some issues. So that's something I'm still even trying to figure out. And I think you can, like I was saying, different shoes make sense for different sections. There was one point where I had a pair of shoes coming from the UK. It's like a UK brand. Got lost in the mail, all of this stuff. I was supposed to get them at Kennedy Meadows South and didn't end up getting them until Oregon. And then after months of waiting, they were too small. So I wore them for a little bit, but was having a lot of pain. Like I have really wide feet. And so was like really close to in Ashland getting a pair of sandals. But then I kind of let people talk me out of it because I am also very clumsy and didn't want to break a toe or anything like that. But that's something I would maybe try to play around with in the future, but would definitely want to, try it out beforehand.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of sandal wearers, but the ones that do, like they'll only switch over if it's snowy out.
Mm-hmm.
Really, they love their sandals. So there are some diehards out there that it might be good for you to talk to some of them because maybe they could, I don't know, give you some tips on how to wear them.
Mm-hmm.
And like how, because I think not breaking in the sandal, but like breaking your feet into wearing them, if that even makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Like getting your feet used to wearing them before you go on a long hike, I think is really important.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've heard from them. Um, but yeah, a lot of the people, not a lot, but the few people that I know that wear sandals hiking, like long distance hiking, just rave about it. So maybe that, as you're kind of going through your journey of finding the perfect shoe for you, like maybe that could be it.
Yeah. And again,
I
too, depending on the environment. But
Yes, definitely. Not in the snow. I don't think any
yeah.
sandal, well, maybe some, but the ones that I've talked to, they're like, okay, once there's snow, then of course we're going to switch our shoes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, just diehard fans of the sandals. I do have wide feet as well. Did you try and I love Brooks Cascadias. Did you try those by chance? Because those are my shoes
Mm-hmm.
and I have wide feet. So I'm just curious, have you tried
Yeah.
those?
I never
Okay.
tried Brooks. And I've definitely heard a lot of people recommend them. So that could be a good shoe for me.
Maybe,
Um,
yeah, maybe try that out. I have foot issues, so I
mhm.
need to have an insole. And so I get an insole from Roadrunner Sports and it's like
Mhm.
custom made and it's cheap. It's like $80. So that's kind of my thing that I do. So I was just curious because I also have white feet. You have white feet if you've tried that, but maybe it's
Yeah,
worth a try. Who knows?
that would be a good option. Or I wore ultras throughout the Sierra, and I had a lot of issues that I attributed to the ultras that may or may not have actually had to do with them. And could have been just the different terrain and things like that. But I think I could try ultras again, but maybe with an insole, and not wearing them to have a zero drop shoe, but wearing them to have a more minimalist wide shoe, but then using something different.
Yeah.
To have a little more arch support. But
Hmm. Yeah. Well, keep us updated on that. I'm curious to
yeah.
see if you find your perfect shoe.
Mhm.
Because that is a struggle for a lot of hikers, is to find that, like, what works for them, because everybody's different.
Yeah.
So definitely keep us updated.